There you were, at work, working overtime for like the 4th time this week. You were thinking about your daughter. You gravely missed her. She was at home with your babysitter. You thought about how much you missed her and if the babysitter was taking really good care of her. You didn't have to think too much because your babysitter was one you've kept for years now. And your daughter has never complained or done any weird things since. She must be a really good role model. And your daughter must be really happy to have her around. All you could think about was how happy you were to have someone look after her because you weren't there. You didn't want her to think, oh gosh, my daddy's never there. He doesn't care about me. Those words echoed in your brain. You looked at the clock. It was time to go home. You were happy, sighs of relief, and packed up your things, all the papers flying into your book bag, closed your laptop and put it in your backpack. Sometimes you thought if this job was even worth it, but in the end it brought money home, and honestly, you could make your daughter happy with little things just because she was so small already. You had divorced your wife, and honestly, by this time, you didn't care anymore. You didn't care about finding love, but at the same time, you were so lonely. As far as not having someone to hold, but your daughter brought you all the joy in the world, so you never really thought about being lonely all the time. It was so weird to you. That dynamic of actually having someone again, after what happened. You shook your head and grabbed your keys and went in the car. You're driving under the night sky. It's so calm and not to mention super peaceful. All you could do was just stare ahead as you had to keep your eyes on the road. And there was hardly anyone on the highway, so honestly it was quite grand. No slowdowns, no traffic. You had a clear way ahead of you. You smiled and thought about how you were going to go home to your daughter and if there was a dinner already cooked on the table. Your babysitter was fantastic. You paid her every night, so she had no reason to complain or act funny. Your home wasn't that far. You thought a little bit and just kept driving. Eventually you were home. You had decided to pick up a dessert as it wasn't a school night for your daughter and something for the missus, the babysitter. You kind of thought for a second, the missus, huh? Nah, she doesn't like me like that anyway. She's just there for the money, nothing else. You knocked on the door, and excitedly the door opened, your daughter rushing to your legs and clinging onto you. And the babysitter right behind her. Hi, I'm so glad you're home. Welcome. Hey, I went ahead and made dinner. I hope you don't mind. Of course you don't. You've been working so hard. And the least I can do is put a dinner on the table. And with your money, you know. Seriously, thanks so much. So what if I look after your daughter? She's amazing. Isn't that right? She looked over at your daughter and gave her head pats, and her daughter giggled and hugged her. The babysitter picked her up. This little rascal helped so much. Cleaning today. She's honestly super sweet. I can see why you love her so much. I'll take care of her as long as you need. I'm not kidding. I don't have anything to do anyway. This might as well be my full-time job. No. I don't have any kids of my own. Although I wish I did. I wish this little one right here was mine. Isn't that right? Just then, the little girl started to call her mommy. The babysitter blushed at that. No, I'm not your mommy, don't call me that. Little ones these days can be so strange, huh? He looked away for a brief second, and looked back at her, and asked her what she made for dinner. Well, why don't you come and see, huh? Get inside already, it's cold out there. You followed her inside. So, what do you think? Amazing. Just amazing. She had made the perfect dinner once again. This time with your favorite foods. You had thought really quickly and brought out your food. Well, your dinner. No, your dessert. You were fumbling everywhere. You were just so flustered in the moment for no reason. You couldn't pinpoint why you were so flustered. You handed the desserts to her. Are you okay? She took the desserts. Whoa! Wait, these are like super expensive. Are you sure? Oh, wow. She set your daughter down in a chair. Hey, look what he got for us. She was happy. Your daughter was ecstatic. Wow, thank you so much. These are my favorite, honestly. So, on another standpoint, how's work? She had to regain her composure as she was being a little too fraily and too happy. You smiled and said work is fine and just tiring. I can tell. Maybe you should take a break or a vacation and spend time with your daughter. You've been working overtime like crazy. She put her hand on your shoulder, rubbing it. You looked at her. I can tell you know. Yeah, I've known you for years. You can't get anything past me. You looked at her in surprise. You know, I've been thinking. I've known you for years now, and not only am I your babysitter, but we're pretty close, wouldn't you say? You kind of thought about it a little bit. You're not closer to anyone else. You looked down at her. And, well, I was thinking, maybe I can be a little bit more than a babysitter. Your eyes lit up a little bit. Is she saying what you think she was saying? You haven't had someone to take care of you. I can be that one. I wouldn't mind taking care of you, being there for you and your daughter. Besides, I'm here all the time anyway. People think we're already together. Despite the age difference, it doesn't really matter. Just please let me be there with you. Let me be there for you. I swear I'll do everything I can. She leaned in close. Besides, I know you've been thinking about it. So why not? Won't you be mine? And I'll take care of you. Just like you've taken care of me. I'll take care of you and your daughter. And we can be a perfectly happy family. Wouldn't that be okay? I'll go put her to sleep. And then we can talk more about it afterward.